It's a lot of rap cap in my city. Too many niggas claiming that they with it. I'm getting money while you spending it. I start chain, call me Johnny Dang. Trapping backwards.
What is good, YouTube? It's your girl KIDDO KIDDO back with another video. Yeah, now I'm about to start talking my shit. As y'all can see by the title and the thumbnail, bro, I got my driver's license, bro. Stop playing with me. Man, y'all know it took me a long time to get this far, bro. I'm so proud of myself. Quick little pat on the back, man, if y'all want to, you know what I'm saying? Comment down. Congratulations in the comment, bro. I'm 22, bro, and I just got my driver's license, bro. I am so fucking proud of myself. I never thought this day would come. I'm not even gonna lie. I never thought I would be seeing the day that I would be comfortable getting behind a car wheel and actually driving myself where I need to go. I mean, I still ain't got no car, but you know what I'm saying? I got my license, you feel me? Like, so that's a big step, bro. Y'all can remember, like, way back when, in a couple of my videos, I used to always talk about me not having a car, me not know how to drive, me not having a license, but you know what I'm saying? Now I'm one up, you feel me? But in today's video, I'm just gonna kind of explain, like, what to expect and my experience with the whole thing, like, with me taking my my driving test with the lady, and you know, like, me doing the stuff at the DMV with my driving teacher, all that. Like, I'm a real quick explain all that. So my experience with the whole entire thing, like, so y'all know that I've been in driver school. I posted a video of me getting my permit. I think it was probably like a year ago when I was with my driving teacher and I finally got my permit. But ever since then up until now, I'm still in driving. Well, I was still in driving school, I would say. But my experience, first starting off, when I first got behind that wheel with my driving teacher, it's like I froze up. I was scared as hell and I cried. Like, I dead ass stopped in the middle of the road and I started crying because it was like, it just felt unreal. But my driving teacher kind of gave me a little pep talk a little bit. It was asking me why I was crying. I was crying because, why it sound like a movie? But I was crying because, like, last year back in April, I think me and Mahogany was in a really bad accident, and that kind of like traumatized us both, and it kind of took a toll on us a little bit. But I didn't want that fear to get in the way of me doing what I want to do, as far as, like, you know, getting my license, my permit, driving, all that. So it's like we both real life leveled up from that experience, you know what I'm saying? But with my driving teacher, it was a pretty cool experience. It was like, he helped me with my permit. We went to this, I drove to this building. I don't know if y'all know what Tech is. If y'all don't live in Florence, and y'all probably don't know what Florence Arlington Tech is, but I drove to that building. I took my permit. He give you this, like, this envelope or whatever that tells you that you already took it and you passed it, and you take it to the DMV. You pay however much the permit is. You do have to pay for your permit and license. I don't know if y'all have to do that where y'all at, but you give them the envelope, you pay for it, and then you take a picture, and boom, you got your permit. That's if you, like, go through somebody else to take your permit. Now, if you go to the DMV to take your permit, then you know you have to be on this computer. I don't know if y'all have computer or if y'all have paper, I don't know, but y'all have to take it there and they determine if you pass or not, and then, you know, boom, take your picture, blah blah. Yeah, but it was like a progress thing. It wasn't me getting behind the wheel and then boom boom, like, I'm ready. No, it was like I had to really build my confidence up for that. Like, one day I'd be scared, next day it's like I still be scared, but like I'm more comfortable. A day after that, it's like I'm not really as scared, but I'm still not really as comfortable. The only time that I really been driving is when I'm with my driving teacher. I don't really drive like in my gram's car or with my dad or anything like that. Yesterday I just drove with my mom. She did say I did pretty good, to say that I still need a few adjustments, but I still have some stuff to work on. But I have driven with my grandma once, and that was it, because I did kind of almost run into this truck. But that's besides the point. I've gotten a lot better. Yesterday, well, I would say day before yesterday was the first time that I've actually gotten behind the wheel. I wasn't scared and I was comfortable as hell. It was like I was just driving like I've been doing this, but y'all know I ain't been doing this. And I honestly did want to cry because I did not think that I was gonna get this far, bro. I don't even think y'all really understand. I real life did not think that I was gonna be ever behind the wheel. But I can't do nothing but thank God for what he has done for me and my friends and my family, like all that. Like, this shit is real life a dream come true. But that was more so my experience, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to what y'all should expect, like, when y'all taking y'all driving test at the DMV. Now, this is where I'm at. I don't really know exactly like where y'all at, but where I'm at, I'm gonna just kind of briefly explain like what y'all should expect. Day before yesterday, I was with him. He had refreshed my memory of what he taught me like way back when I was with him last, and we had picked up this girl or whatever. She took her test, and then she just ended up not getting it, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. It's still another day to get it. But yeah, she took hers, didn't get it, and then the next day he picked me up again, 8 o'clock in the morning. Both of these days he picked me up 8 o'clock in the morning. So it's like I was tired as hell. But yesterday, picked me up. He was like, you gonna take your test today. So I'm not gonna lie, like when he said that, I was like what the fuck, like nigga, I ain't ready. I know what I should be doing, you know what I'm saying, to pass, and like he done taught me just about all what I need to know. So there was really no need for me to be scared. It was just really in my head thinking about the whole thing, but whatever. So he was like, you gonna take your test today or whatever. So I'm like, you know, how I was feeling. And then so I was like, okay, you know what, I can do this. We went to the DMV, went over the parallel parking, went over the 3-point turns like I was saying, and what is the other one? Oh, the 100-foot back end. Went over, you know, how to park, how to turn, you know, like how to like turn your wheel and come back straight, you know, all of that, like kind of like get me a little bit loose, because when I be holding that wheel, but like I be like this. We went inside the DMV and we had to wait for like, I think we had to wait for like 2 hours because there was so many people in there. But we did all that, went to the desk. I did a little eye test thing. They tell you to read the numbers across whatever line they want you to read. Did all that, boom, 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 fill out my paperwork. Then we had to wait for like, I think like another 30 minutes to an hour before they even called my name. Honestly, I thought I was gonna be nervous, but for the first time I really wasn't. Like it was like I was comfortable. There was no, I studied the night before and I was like, man, I got this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I went in with the confidence saying that I was gonna get my license, and I did just that. But we had to wait for some of the other drivers to come back so that I could take mine. So once they came back, the lady, she came, she was like, you ready? So I'm like, yeah. We went in the car. She told me to turn on my windshield wipers. She told me to turn on my regular lights, my bright lights. She told me to do the right signal, left signal. She told me to turn on the defroster, and she told me to sound the horn. I remember that. And I don't remember if she said anything about emergency brakes or emergency lights. No, she didn't tell me to do that, because I don't even know how to do that. But anyways, I know how to do the emergency brakes, but I don't know about the emergency lights. But I think that was really it. All what she told me to do inside the car. Like, oh, and she told me to turn on the air. I think, yeah, she told me to turn on air or whatever, because when she got in the car, she was like, it's hot. She read off this paper. I guess it was like the instructions of telling me what to do, how to do it, blah 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 blah. And then she was like, okay, whenever you're ready. But it was like when my driver went over everything, what I should expect from her, like before we did it. But it was like she kind of did it in a more advanced way, if that makes sense. It was like she did everything that he said that she would do, but it was like the way everything was worded. You know how like when you take a test and you study what the teacher gave you on that study guide, but then when you went and took that test wasn't the same as that study guide. So it's like, what the fuck is this? She was like, whenever you're ready. So I was parked at that time. I pulled out the parking lot. She told me to turn. Now we started off with the 3-point turn and the 100-foot back in. After we did that, we did the parallel parking last. After we did 3-point turn, 100-foot back in, we went on the road. And she was like that, when you go on the road, you're going to keep straight until she tells you otherwise. So I was like, you know, okay, whatever. We kept straight, blah, 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 blah. When she told me to turn, it was like, you have to know when to turn on your turning signal. I think it's like 4 seconds before you actually get to where you about to turn or something like that. I want to say, I don't want to tell y'all wrong, but I think it's like 4 or 5 seconds, something like that, before you get to it. So yeah, it's like you have to really remember all of that, like what they teach you and stuff like that, if you go through driving school. Now if you like teaching with your parents, something like that, then I guess you take whatever they taught you. I turned what she told me to turn. Then she said she's gonna probably tell you like somewhere up in there to like pull off the side of the road. And when she told me that when it was time for me to practice the overnight parking that my driving teacher taught me. Now, when you do overnight parking, why is this nigga looking at me? When you do overnight parking, you have to turn your wheel, well, lock your wheel to the right. Well, first you have to be in park. Let me say that. If you pull off to the side of the road, you have to park the car, turn your wheel all the way to the right, lock it to the right, and then you have to apply your emergency brake. Now, whatever your emergency brake is, you know what I'm saying, that's what you do. But yeah, that's overnight parking. Now, she told me she had did another one. She was like, park uphill with a curb or something like that. Yeah, park up, something like that. Like, if y'all want to know, y'all can look it up and get the right name, but I'm just saying, she was like, do the park uphill with curb. Now, when she say that, you turn your wheel, you lock your wheel to the left, and you do the same thing what you did with overnight. Lock it to the left, you should already be in park, and apply the emergency brakes, and then boom, you're good. You turn the car back on, you get the car out of park, you get your wheel straight, and you do the emergency brakes last. That's what he told me. You always do the emergency brakes last. But yeah, we did all of that, went through driving where she told me to drive. Now, they probably gonna get y'all for real. Like, you have to pay attention to them signs out there on the road. Like, if you see a sign that says speed limit 35, 45, you have to pay attention to that. Or you see a sign where it say turn only, I don't know, you got to pay attention to that, because they gonna get you. Like, once you pass that sign, they gonna be like, hey, what did that sign say back there? Then you have to be on your, you know what I'm saying, on your P's and Q's. You're gonna have to be like, oh, it says speed limit 45, you know, whatever like that. Then they're gonna be like, you know, okay, like, you doing good, paying attention to the signs out there. But yeah, I think that was really pretty much it. And then we went back to the DMV. I did the parallel parking like how I was instructed to do. Now, she did say that I still need a few adjustments, which as I already know that, like, as far as like what lane to turn in. Now, what my driving teacher told me, he was like, turn in the lane that's closest to you, which as he's right, because I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. But the driving instructor, she was like, you know, like, when you turn it to the left lane, that's more so for the, I don't know, like the other drivers, what are the slow, I think she said slow drivers, or no, fast, I don't know, I forgot what she said, but she was like, next time just turn in the right lane, blah blah blah. But in my head I was like, nah, that wasn't what I was told to do. I'm gonna do what the hell I was told to do. Now, when I did the 100-foot backing, I'm not gonna lie, I did it a million times. I'm over exaggerating, but I did it almost a million times with my driving teacher. Of course, I did it wrong for like the first few parts, but after that, I had got right. Now, when I got with this lady, it was like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and that pissed me off, because I'm like, nigga, you been doing this, you know what you're supposed to be doing. It's like, I mean, I did it, but I didn't do it the way that I was supposed to do. It was like I was still turning the wheel, trying to get the car back straight. So then after that, I was like, bruh, I done failed, bro. I done fucking failed. So then I kept going, and that's when we had gone the road, whatever. She went through all that. The last part, we did the parallel parking. I did that perfectly. I was good off that. After the parallel parking, that was the last thing we did, and she told me to go ahead and park. We came outside. She went over everything that I did, went over everything that I needed work on, went over everything I did right, and you know, stuff like that, and kind of giving me a few tips on what to do, like when it comes to driving and turning and doing all of that other stuff. But I just wanted to share my experience with y'all, and I felt like it was only right that I should, because y'all been watching me, y'all been watching me grow throughout my journey, y'all been watching, you know what I'm saying, everything that I do. I share almost everything, not everything, but I share almost everything with y'all, and I just want y'all, you know what I'm saying, to keep rocking with me, you feel me? But I love y'all, and if there's somebody out there who don't have their license yet, you got this, you're gonna get it. Just keep going, keep trying, you got this, like, for real, or your permit, or whatever it is that you don't have. But I love y'all, and I pray y'all stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out. Peace.
I'ma stick to this shit till I fall on game. Gotta keep going, gotta maintain. She find it out right now, she wanna get paid. It's like you thought, bitch, I just want the face. I'm still praying that my boys beat the case. Can't